In this video, I'm gonna talk about a couple of dramas I've given up recently for different reasons, but kind of similar reasons at the same time. Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where junkie and good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. Earlier this year, I did a video talking about the dramas I've given up, so this is kind of the second video of this year. But it's not really focusing on the second half of 2020 per se, because I've given up on more dramas than what I'm going to mention in this video. In this video, I just want to talk about a couple of dramas that have aired recently, very recently, a month or two, that I've given up on. Because I've noticed people leaving comments under my other videos talking about whether you can make a review about this drama or that drama. Some of the dramas are the dramas I've given up on. So just to put them together in one video, neatly packaged. So first I want to talk about a pair of drama that I see them as very similar products. They are both contemporary romantic love stories. They have both aired very recently. They vibe very similarly to me. A quite popular one, I mean, compared to other dramas airing at the same time. 半是蜜糖,半是伤, Love is Sweet, which is led by 罗云熙 and Bai Lu. The other being Begin Again, 从结婚开始恋爱, led by 周雨彤 and Gong Jun. I've watched both dramas up to about episode 10, and I decided to quit. The biggest reason being I just haven't gotten sold on the relationship between the main leads. Both couples, in many ways, are the dramaland ideals of pretty women, good-looking men, successful in their career in their different ways. And both of their relationships are similar in terms of starting at a quotation mark rocky place. As time goes on, it starts to get better. And both couples are, professionally speaking, at the top level, right, of a contemporary life in China. For example, in Love is Sweet, both of them work in sort of investment banking environment where neither of them really care about the business. Most of the energy and focus of the drama goes to the romantic relationship, when what they do as their profession is super competitive, super high pressure. People who work in that industry ages very fast, let's just say. And I'm wondering how much time people can really have, in those environments, actually spending on building romantic relationships. This is very typical Chinese contemporary romantic drama where it is under the pretense of talking about a certain interesting profession where, in fact, it's just about the romantic relationship. On the other hand, the Begin Again, we have the female lead who is basically the heiress to a big business of a department store. She's only marrying because her father gives her the pressure. If you don't get married and don't have children, you're not gonna basically inherit this whole thing. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense for 21st century, a huge business. You're not talking about a countryside, tiny handmade stuff, little factory that father passes down to son, that type of thing. You're talking about a huge metropolitan big businessman, right? That setup is just to make it possible for the female to chase after the male, who is a good-looking doctor that she just thinks, good person to pick, and have a contract marriage, another trope in Chinese dramaland. And then the guy is a successful doctor who looks so dashing and good-looking and never button up their white coat, which is against Chinese hospitals' rules. And because owing a debt to the female lead, they kind of marry each other to get what they want out of each other. And then in that contract marriage, they fall in love. There's a high level of idealism in that. For a contemporary romantic drama, it's okay. But once you've set that up, you better deliver me something that I haven't seen before. Some really interesting moments about those two characters, different angles I never thought of, or just sell it. Unfortunately, for these two dramas, neither of them has managed to do that. And I know the entire CP, the coupling feel, the chemi, okay, in drama, is pretty much a mystical thing. You cannot always 100% attribute that to a solid reason. Its plot, its acting, setup, its costume even, and the look of it, and the music, the timing, the pacing, everything that kind of work together to make it either believable or unbelievable for you. So for those two dramas, although I have no problems with the actors or actresses, I don't think they're doing a greatest job ever, but they're really not failing at any point either. At the same time, it feels very expected. Those sweet moments don't really push things to the next stage of development. This is what I call aspartame sweet moment. It's not real sugar sweet moment. The scriptwriter probably is like, okay, so after this, we need a sweet moment. After how many, I don't know, minutes or episodes, we need this. And we just put it there. Put a version that looks semi-interesting. So I'm not sold on either of the relationships. So by the episode about 10 or something, I'm like, I'm still not getting it. Like, it's too late, because one drama is about 30-something episode, the other one is like 20-something episode. It's far too much into the drama, still not getting anything, so I quit. And also just because personally I'm not a huge fan of any of the particular actors and actress, and none of them would give me the reason to stick through the drama just because it's them. So I've dropped these two dramas. The second pair of dramas, not really pairable, but then because both of them are period dramas, I'll just put them together. One is 如意风飞, The Blossoms at Ruyi Pavilion. The other one is 明月曾照江东寒, The Moon Brightens for You. I have to remember 2 titles for each drama, it's unfair. Anyway, for those 2 dramas, I kind of dropped out because I forgot they existed. Both of those dramas, I watched them when they first came out. The episodes that came out on the first day, kind of all of them. And then later when I thought, oh, I actually watched how many episodes of that drama, and do I want to go back and check what happened later? No. I'd rather go and watch other stuff, random videos on YouTube even. The story is just so hookless to the point that you don't even realize that you've watched a couple of episodes already. For 如意风飞, I am very much not sold on the main lead couple. I actually feel the second sort of lead couple is sweeter and more interesting, although it's not really that well written either, but comparatively speaking, that pair seems to be more interesting than the lead. And honestly, this drama feels very weird because they didn't give the male lead much screen time, at least in the first 8-10 episodes. He hardly shows up. So I don't know what is going on with that production. This happens, unfortunately, in Chinese drama land. They would find a more famous guy or girl to be the lead, but the production company, or for some whatever deal they're going on with, they actually want to promote the supporting roles or the second or whoever, the person who is not really taking the brand of the entire drama on their shoulder, because Zhang Zhehan gets so little screen time and he's also dubbed by Wei Chaorai, so I almost cannot feel his character at all. I cannot get anything tangible that can grab hold on to his character to make me want to go back to watch what happens, and I basically do not care about his fate as a character at all. And Ju Jingyi, she's just pretty, okay, and that's kind of what she does, is staying pretty in every drama she's been in recently. She is so self-aware of like staying perfect all the time that she just doesn't act. When she's sad, when she's happy, there's no extra sort of movement of her muscle. She just stays perfect for that angle every take. On China's internet currently, the joke about when she was kidnapped and tied up and she had this piece of thing in her mouth that's supposed to stop her from screaming. It has been termed as makeup remover pad, and she's basically biting it to keep it there because if she let go it would just drop out, and I guess she doesn't want to have a huge chunk of cloth in her mouth because that will make her look bad. The thing is, everything adds up together, it just makes the story unbelievable. For 明月曾照江东寒, The Moon Brightens for You, that's led by Xing Fei and Yu Menglong. My biggest problem when I watched this drama, because I didn't watch that many episodes and decided to quit, but the episodes I did watch, about 4 or 5 episodes, was for some reason, Xing Fei has lost her spark in this drama. Previously, she's been in other stuff, and I was happy and okay with her acting. I think she's pretty good. But somehow, I don't know what's going on with this production. When she smiles, it has that very fake quality of it. She's like trying to do that all the time. Under the particular circumstances her character is in at that moment, a normal person wouldn't always hold that smile in that way. So her smile actually deters me. I'm like, this is weird. Like, does not make sense that she is always like that. And I didn't continue watching the rest of the episodes, so I don't know what happened later. I just didn't even want to open the rest of the stuff. As for Yu Menglong, this may get myself into trouble, but I will try to stay very honest, which is, I think his acting has been very, very slowly improving, but it's too slow. If previously his acting to me feels like very stony, very upright and looking perfect, and very little expression going on all the time, in The Moon Brightens for You, it has shifted from stony to wooden. So it has a level of warmed up and loosened up quality compared to his other dramas, from Mineral to plants. It started to get life, but not enough. And also, just personally, like it's a personal aesthetic thing, the type of look he has is definitely not my type. The good lookingness doesn't really work on me. I don't think over the years, right, he has grown enough to be able to hold a drama on his shoulder. I mean, if just being good looking is enough for some people, then it's fine, you know, like that's totally your preference. But to me, as a lead of a drama, no matter how big or small the production is, whether it's contemporary or period, whether it's fantasy or realistic, whatever, you have to be able to do it at a certain level that is industry standard. To me, he's not yet there. And then let's talk about the final one in this video, which is Sniper, unfortunately. I wish I wouldn't drop it, but I did. I watched up till the middle 20s, close to 30 episodes, which is quite a lot already, and decided to quit. I know the drama has finished airing. I didn't even want to bother to go back and check the last episode in terms of what happened to everybody. As I expected when it first aired was, I looked at the length of the drama, and now I looked at the synopsis, which literally is a story that takes place over 8 days in real time, I think 8 or 9 days. And my first worry came out was, it's gonna go starting quite quickly, getting to a very exciting moment, and then from there it's all downhill drag and fade into the fog. If this is a 24 episode drama, it could have been much more interesting. When I watch this drama, I really just want to look at the story or the character's development of Huang Xuan's character, Chen He's character. I think they're interesting. They're the colleagues. Because of something happened, they broke off. They haven't seen each other for years and then come back. And now they're in different camps, basically. And then there's this espionage game, there's this sniper game and old friendship, but then news of different political views of the world, blah, 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 all that. These two guys actually are much more interesting than everything else in this drama. Their relationship, their war, and their friendship, occasionally people want to overread the bromance thing, okay? Because Huang Xuan is a pretty good actor. Chen He did a pretty good job of his a little bit unusual, unconventional character in this drama. If I had a choice, I would just watch the story of him, and then the girl, the little girl, a lovely actress. Some people may complain that she looks too comfortable with acting. She's too experienced. We expect, I think, a level of untrainedness of line delivery, of acting, of actions from very young children that they kind of don't quite know how to do things and therefore come across as more natural. And for this young actress, she is just like such an experienced actress that you almost cannot see any of those untrimmed quality of her. She's like already a perfect bonsai tree of an actress, but that doesn't mean she's not good. She's really, really good. She's the best actress among all the actresses, let's be honest, of this drama. As for the other two adult women in this drama, played by Li Xirui and Yang Caiyu, both of them are flattened by the girl's ability to act. And their characters are not really that interesting or lovable. Particularly Yang Caiyu's character is super annoying. If I have a colleague like that, it doesn't matter if she's a woman or a man, like if it's a person like that, I would want to probably slap across that person's face multiple times during our work together. And her acting doesn't help. She has this tendency of speaking her lines over-emphasized and clear. It's like, I want to make every word I speak, every syllable, super clean and clear. But you're not really doing a news broadcasting, you're doing acting. So her rhythm is often wrong. If I had a choice, I would just want to watch this drama with those three main characters and everybody else can disappear. I don't care about their existence. I feel my life is wasted when the female lead or female second shows up on the screen. I'm like, your story is so boring, your acting is bland. Can I just look at Huang Xuan and Chen He and the girl? And that's it. I don't even do the double speed thing for this drama. I literally had to pick at the player head and drag it throughout. Okay, this whole thing is her, so I don't want to watch it. Okay, that moment, starting without her, let's watch that. It's not a very enjoyable experience, so I quit. Those are the 5 dramas recently I've dropped off. And if you are a fan of any of those, please don't feel offended. Like I've always emphasized on this channel, I'm not trying to be the perfect objective machine of this world. And I can't, even if I wanted to. And I would also say there really is already a level of Vaseline okay, I've put on my videos in terms of my criticisms about things and people and whatever. When I'm talking to my reviewer friends or other people who are kind of in the industry or know the industry, I am much more unforgiving. If I directly translate all those words into my videos that I put on YouTube, I would have already been shot by a million errors of troll comments from all kinds of people trying to defend their actors, actresses, idols, dramas, whatever. I am being gentler here, still being honest. Have you given up on any of those for the similar reasons? Do let me know. And if you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. Just be kind. And leave your comment too. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.